My video for December the 3rd, 2019 is number 3293. The title is a question. Who inverted human values and why? Step by step, over long periods of time, human values have been eroding. As I do my best to be objective, the truth is that I struggle in my search with what I observe happening on this apparently God-forsaken planet. I cannot be certain of ancient history, nor even what we are taught only going back to more recent centuries. Can the problem be traced back to some pre-human period when we've been told that some of the angels rebelled and decided to challenge the Creator? Did those fallen angels muddle in the formation of humans, altering our very DNA? Or did they interbreed with humans, resulting in a substandard and very limited version? Perhaps we are not allowed to know the answers to such questions, at least not for sure. Instead, we have to simply wait and see how things unfold in what we are told is a modern era. I question that, even though it is obvious to me that something is out of whack, that values were severely compromised to such an extent that those who call themselves leaders are now shown to be insane. Of course, this scares the hell out of the deceivers. Or does it? What's going on here? Where's the love? Help! Oh, I watch so many things that make me scratch my head. I mean, I get people that send me videos that talk about everything is just an illusion, which I guess they mean it doesn't matter. But it does matter, and matter to me is our current reality. I have a physical body. I don't care if you microscopically examine it and it shows that it's comprised of cells which are mostly empty space. It still feels human, or I should say it still feels solid. And it still seems as if I am a physical being. Do I think that I'm also a spiritual being? Yes, I think that that's probably true. I have had experiences where I seem to be, at least for brief periods of time, taken out of or escaping from this reality into some other reality, but it doesn't last. They're just intermittent phases of seemingly going into another dimension or even past life dimensions. I don't believe that Ron Van Dyke is a final product. I do believe, as I've said so many times, that I'm here playing a role. I have a mission to help bring out truth. I used to think I knew what truth was, and I still think that love is true. But where's the love on this planet? Where's the help that we need to undo some of the damage that seems to have been done? I've talked about our junk DNA in other videos, a lot of them probably, and I don't have an answer to why most of it's turned off. I've listened to other people talk about the possibility, including some of the people that say it's all just an illusion in this physical reality. And some of it makes sense, but it still leaves me most of the time scratching my head and mostly wondering when it's going to get fixed. I want to play a part in fixing it. I look at the situation. I look at the people that call themselves elite. For God's sake, they drink the blood of little kids, babies, infants. And they want, in some places of the world, They want to allow abortion even after birth. Not, I mean, it's bad enough that they would like it in the third trimester of a pregnancy when the baby is fully formed. To me, there should be no abortion allowed. I mean, I wish none of them were ever allowed, unless it's obvious that that there was some damage in the fetus. But aside from that, uh, a birth should be a life created, should be a life created. And at the very most, if they're going to abort the fetus, it should be in the first trimester only. And it should be an easy thing to accomplish, not something difficult. But I try to figure it out, and I look at the political stuff that's going on in the world right now. I look at how Putin is demonized. I look how Trump is demonized. And they may be two individuals that are trying to do the right thing, that are trying to get humanity back on a playing field or into a state of consciousness where we can actually begin to fix some of the problems. I mean, Trump is right on when he sees the erosion of the Constitution and the erosion of human values in the United States. And Putin has turned Russia around. I mean, I have one friend who grew up in Russia who now lives in this country, but her parents, who still live in Russia, visit regularly to the United States from there, and this individual also has relatives that are in the Ukraine. So part of her family is Ukrainian, part of it Russian, and of course Russia and the Ukraine have been divided politically, and the U.S. or the cabal has messed with the Ukraine and is using Ukraine to create military bases on the doorstep of Russia, which to me, Russia has all the reason to try to defend against that. There's so many things, so many geopolitical issues and spiritual, religious issues that are facing humanity. And all of us should be asking questions. All of us should be saying, why? Where's the love? Obviously, those that are in leadership positions are devoid of compassion, as exemplified by Hillary Clinton. We came, they died. What difference does it make? I mean, that's a quote. That's a quote of Hillary Clinton. Well, it makes a lot of difference. Every human being has qualities, or at least should have qualities, of free choice and freedom. But there are people that want to take freedom away from others that they consider subhuman. There are no subhumans. If anybody is subhuman, it would be the fallen angels, but they're not subhuman. They consider themselves superhuman. And can you see the insanity? Can you see how I'm wrestling, trying to come up with something that makes sense? And I'd like the real creator to take responsibility by empowering at least those of us who are willing to love and are willing to work within the human existence to transform us and give us something positive instead of a history of negativity. Thank you, folks, for listening, and namaste.